What's up, guys? Today is Taco-Bout-It Tuesday. I'm Jonathan.
I'm Jaleesa.
And we are the Taylors. So, today we're going to be talking about communication in marriage or in relationships in general. And we got a nice little spread here. And Jaleesa prepared it, of course. So, I'm going to let her tell y'all what we got.
Yes, this was prepared by yours truly. Of course, we have tacos. We use ground turkey. We have our cheese, lettuce, salsa, and sour cream. We have some hamburger dip, cheese dip, whatever you want to call it, rotel dip. Also prepared by me. And we have some guacamole prepared by Walmart. And our chips.
She got the tacos from Taco Bell, but anyway.
Stop lying. That Taco Bell wish.
Let's go ahead and bless the food before we get into it. Lord, we thank you for this food that we're about to receive. We ask it to be for the nourishment of our body. We ask that you take away any offense, harm, or danger, God. That we receive the food with clean hands and clean hearts, and that you bless the hands that prepare the food. In Jesus' name, amen. Like we said, we're going to talk about communication in marriage and in relationships in general, and the importance of communication. So, you want to start?
It's really good. But before we get into that, I know some of y'all like, you know what? Bump the Taylors. They told us they were going to be more consistent, and it's been a week and a half or a week.
It's like a week, a little over a week.
A little over a week since we last posted, and that wasn't even a video. But we are working on it. We're working on the schedule, so stick with us. Don't leave us. I promise we're going to get better. But we're talking about communication today. Where do you want to start?
Why do you feel communication is important in a marriage?
Okay. Why it is important is, for one, how else are you going to get to know each other other than communicating? You have to voice your likes, your dislikes, your buttons, even though, just like Jonathan, they still might push them even if they do know them. But if they know them and they still push them, then you have some ground to go off when you're trying to chop their neck off. But other than that, if they don't know, you can't really be upset about it. But yeah, that's why it's important. And it's also important for growth, honestly.
I feel like communication should start during the courting phase.
Mm-hmm.
Like she said, it's a means to get to know each other. How are you going to get to know each other if you don't talk? Well, how are you going to get to know each other if the guy doesn't talk? Because, as I mentioned in previous videos, when me and Jaleesa first started dating, I thought she was a mute. But you have to talk to get to know each other. You have to voice, like she says, your likes, your dislikes, what you will accept, what you are looking for, your expectations from the relationship. What do you look to gain? What do you hope to accomplish? All of your dreams, your aspirations. If you don't communicate those things, you might find yourself later on down the line in a situationship, just in a relationship, not knowing the person that you're with. So I feel like it's really important to start communicating in the courting stage, and once you get into a relationship, it's even more important to continue with the communication.
You have to communicate the hard stuff as well, stuff you don't really want to, you're not comfortable talking about, like the religion part, the political part. We have to talk about it all, because my opinion, and some people feel like, well, it ain't nothing to get a divorce. my opinion, yeah, it's easier to break up as boyfriend and girlfriend than it is to divorce over something that should have been talked about before marriage anyway. So, excuse the phone. I know some people be like, well, the past is the past, but if you got something that could, I feel like, come back up or be detrimental to your relationship, if it was to come back up or if it was to get out later in the relationship, I'd say go and put it on the table and talk about it there.
Another reason I feel like it's important to start communication in the whole courting phase, because I feel like really communication is the foundation of your relationship. I feel like in order to have a successful relationship, you have to have effective communication.
Yep.
And to be 100% transparent and 100% completely honest, that is something that Jaleesa and I
did not have.
Nah, we both struggled with communication in an effort to not try to hurt the other person's feelings. And I feel like that hurt us in the long run, and it's something that we had to work on and something that we are continuing now to work on. And we've been together going on 4 years. So yeah, it's really, really important to have that good, effective communication from the jump. That way you're already set up later on down the line to be able to have effective communication between yourself and your partner.
Yeah. And that goes back to the talking about the hard stuff, because if it's something that your partner does that you don't necessarily like, say it. If it's something that hurts your feelings, say it. Because I would just have my feelings hurt just not to feel like I'm stepping on his toes about a situation. And me holding it in, eventually it blew up. And what was this big became this big because we wouldn't talk about it.
Yeah, because like she said, something that you may think is small or it's not a big deal, it may be a big deal to your partner.
Yeah.
And like she said, we used to try to hold back from each other in an effort to not hurt the other person's feelings. But in the long run, if I do something that offends her or something that she doesn't like or something that makes her feel a type of way, and she doesn't tell me or she just expects me to know, and I continue to do that thing over and over and over and over again, it's just going to make things worse later on down the line, because your partner is continuing to do this thing that makes you feel a certain type of way, oblivious to the fact that it makes you feel a certain type of way, and you're just feeling upset or disrespected or unloved, and they're not even aware of it. So that was one issue that we had.
It's a quote, Kevin on Stage wife, Melissa, she said, let me know your phone. I have to look it up because I can't remember it. What I was saying was Mrs. Kevin on Stage wife, they have what they call this Love Hour. It's a podcast, and they also posted videos on YouTube, and listen to it if you're in a relationship, want to be married, whatever. It's really good, and they said a lot of helpful stuff, but they were talking about communication and talking about the hard things in the relationship. And she said if you avoid conflict to keep peace, you start a war within yourself. And she said for years and years and years, she had a war within herself, thinking it was just her, because she was trying to avoid conflict, thinking she was helping that situation, when really she was hurting it far worse than just bringing up what it was she was hurt about or whatever. So I told him about it, and we've been trying to, we said we weren't going to avoid conversation, just not to hurt each other's feelings. So that's one thing we had to incorporate to progress in our communication issues. And yeah, it's been working.
I feel like love, trust, honesty, all of that is really, really essential. And I feel like communication is just as important, if not more important, than those things. I feel like communication is the thing that will make your relationship go from good to great. And especially in a marriage, like, communicate everything. Everything. Okay, today I made Jaleesa mad. Not intending to make her mad. I thought it was a joke, but she didn't find it funny at all. But
he don't be funny.
I got ready to leave and go to the store because I baked some cookies and I needed to go get some parchment paper. So I left and didn't tell her where I was going. And she called me and was like, "Where you at?" And I was just playing like, why? Why does it matter? And she got upset. I had to.
No, because I texted him first. And his comment was, I had to go see a woman about a pond. A pool. And my reply was, "Don't play with me. Where you at?" And he would never say that and kept saying, Why? So I called him. Well, I FaceTimed him and he trying to be funny and covered up the camera and was like, "What?" And so I said, "Okay, bye, I'm hanging up." And he thought it was funny.
Now that story time with Jaleesa is over. It was just a joke. It was just a joke. It was something that bothered her. It was something that I had to rectify when I got back to the house. But I'm just saying, like, even if you're going somewhere without your partner, if they call you and ask, like, "Hey, where you at? Who you with?" I don't feel like that's a control thing. I feel like it's just a communication thing.
Yeah.
And communicating those things to your partner, especially if they ask, it helps in building trust. It helps in building understanding. So I feel like communication is, like I said, just as important, if not even more so important than any other aspect of a relationship.
Yeah. And another thing that Kevin Station and his wife, their love hour is, they have a video that says, it's titled "Things I Wish That My Partner Knew." And they talk about all the things that, mainly the things that they hold in that they wish they said beforehand, or that they were more open to talking about with their partners, that they feel like would probably make their relationship better. So I would suggest watching that as well.
And that's what
Things I wish my partner knew. So with that, Jonathan, what's one thing you wish I knew?
You put me on the spot, and I feel like that's a question that I thought about. So you.
I ain't thought about it. I promise I didn't.
I don't know.
How you don't know?
I mean, I pretty much tell you everything. Another thing about communication, though. My way of communicating when we first got in our relationship
was non-existent.
No, it didn't work for my wife. Like, she didn't receive it well. Like, I come from a background where
I did not.
Whatever comes up, comes out.
And it comes out blunt.
And it comes out.
All get out.
I'm a blunt person. I don't believe in.
And by blunt, I mean it be harsh.
Yeah.
It'd be harsh. Excuse my bad English. It's harsh.
And I
didn't receive that well at all, because I'm a thug in these streets, but I'm a little sensitive as well. So my sensitive part would react to his communication rather than my thug part. So
and then we're gonna repent after this video. But my way of communicating, she received it as me being harsh. I didn't feel like it was harsh because, like I said, that was the way I was brought up. So we had to sit down and talk about it. Like, it's not necessarily what you say, it's how you say it.
How that stuff come out your mouth.
Yeah. So I felt like I'm not about to sugarcoat nothing just because I'm trying to spare your feelings, but it wasn't necessarily the case. There's so many different ways that you could say something to get your point across without it hurting your partner's feelings. So be mindful Not necessarily of what you say, but how you say it. So yeah, I had to make sure I said that. That was a tip for the fellas, because
y'all can be,
these women be sensitive out here in these streets.
I ain't.
Don't lie.
We thugs in these streets.
Don't lie. But yeah, answer your question, because I don't have any.
Things I wish you knew. Which you might already know, because I ask, like, a lot of times I ask you a question and be like, "Are you sure? Are you sure?" I don't know. I guess because I don't know. I don't want to feel like a bother to you, so I need assurance. And then, like you said, you sometimes you can be dry, and your response be dry. So it's kind of like, oh well, he don't really mean it. He just saying it because he want me to be okay with it, or he going along with it just for me.
Okay. I want you to know that the only thing dry is your mama cornbread. That's something wrong. And
or your mama.
I will make sure she see this video when we done with it. But I want you to know that, but you know me by now. If it's something that I don't want to do,
Sometimes.
And I feel like sometimes you do have to compromise and do things that you necessarily probably don't want to do, but it'll make your partner happy.
Yeah.
Like we said, I feel like compromise is another big part of relationships, because
that's another topic for another day.
There are no two people who have the same interests, the same like hobbies, enjoy the same things. So I feel like you definitely have to compromise from time to time.
Yeah.
And I don't like when you keep asking me, "Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure?"
So that's something you would like me to know?
Yeah, that is something I would like for you to know. Like, if I say yeah.
Well, that's good to know.
Attitude. But if I say yeah, I'm gonna do this. Yeah, I don't mind. Cool. Leave it at that. Or add up. You can get this thing straight.
That's pretty much our take on communication. And speaking of, because we don't want this video to be too long, so we're almost done. But as far as our recording schedule, our videos, or when we go put videos out, we were off this weekend, and we had it was Drunken Birthday weekend, and the plan was to vlog, but we sucked. We tried. We really did try, but we might add clips here and there in this video if we can. But we had a really, really great weekend. Thursday we went to church, which is his actual birthday, and he sacrificed because I had to go.
Praise the Lord.
Friday we spent time with our family. We had a family dinner for Jonathan. And then Saturday we went to Savannah, Georgia, because y'all know we're from Georgia. We went to Savannah and we did the melting pot, which was lit. It was so fun.
It was a pretty neat.
Yeah, it was like the vibe was real chill.
And new experience for me.
Yeah, and me. I ain't never done it before. Yeah. Now I want a hot pot even more. I always want. Ever since I've been watching mukbangs. I've been wanting a hot pot because the first one I seen was Tay and Lou, and then Steph and Tosh got one. Honey from Bougie Palettes has one, and I love watching theirs. Now I really want one after we went to the melting pot. Hint.
You better communicate your what you need, because
I need a hot pot.
You need another job.
And then we went painting with a twist, and that was so much fun.
That was a lot of fun.
It was way.
I recommend that.
It was way more fun than we thought it would be.
Paint with a twist location in your area. That would be a really good date night. And we don't drink.
So we didn't have the twist.
more power to you. That's your thing. No
we
judgment.
didn't have the twist. We did pain without the twist.
Yeah, we did pain.
And it was still fun.
And it was still a whole lot of fun.
Yes, it was.
So, yeah, I recommend that to any couple, like for a date night, something that's different, out of the ordinary, that you probably wouldn't do on a normal basis. And it's really inexpensive. It's not a whole lot of money. So, yeah, I recommend that. But I think that's it.
If you know us, you from our area, Erica told me to give her a shout out for my hair. Shout out to Erica. Look her up, Erica Johnson. Thank you, girl.
Spell that, because people don't know how to spell.
Me either. E-D-E. Is it K-A? Yeah, Erica Johnson. Look her up. Book her. She lit.
Yeah. I think that's it for Taco-Bout-It Tuesday. But yeah, anything that you guys want us to talk about,
leave us some suggestions. We supposed to be like, when we having a conversation, we're supposed to be like, y'all leave a comment below so y'all can engage with us, but we forget. So leave a comment during any point in the conversation where you want to just interject, give your 2 cents about communication and relationships. Comment below. Any topics y'all want us to discuss, marriage related, or just relationship wise.
It's something else I want you to know. I don't like when you cut me off. If there's anything you guys would like us to talk about, leave us a comment below. Like, seriously. You need to grease or dry lips. Anything you guys want us to talk about, leave us a comment below. As always, like, comment,
share,
subscribe. Please subscribe.
Like, comment, share, subscribe. If you are ready to subscribe, tell somebody else to subscribe.
And thank you. Yes,
I now understand we've at a stall and like we're at like 105, 106. And I understand it's because we don't post like we say we're going to post. It does not be my fault. I'll be ready. I'm always ready to record. But this is a partnership. This is a couple mukbang, bong.
Anywho.
We do work overnight.
I just said I don't like when you cut me
You're
off.
right.
I
thought you was going to end it. I was going to end it. But we work overnight. I work 7 hours. I work from 7 to 7. He worked from 8 to 6, but he works out of town, so he basically working 12 hours because he got to drive to where he's going, which is like an hour and a half, hour and 15 minutes. So on our off days, we don't do a lot but sleep, because we get like 1 or 2 days off, and then we don't get up early enough to record on the days we have to work. So, which I know we're gonna have to start sacrificing somewhere here and there. So we're working on it. Hang in there, guys. We're gonna get this again.
Anywho, story time is over again for the second time with Jaleesa. We hope you guys really enjoyed Taco-Bout-It Tuesday.
Taco-Bout-It Tuesday.
And if you guys really liked it, this might be something that we start.
Yeah, let us comment below if you like Taco-Bout-It Tuesday
on a consistent basis. So, yeah, Taylor out.
So, light. We're recording we're supposed to be vlogging for our channel. We suck at it. But we're going to post it anyway when we get it together. Period. I tried new makeup. I think I like it. It's a little bolder for me. How do you feel?
I feel like I could fondue it.
Oh, man. That's our broth bowl. We're at the melting pot. This is the first course with the cheese.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Good? It's our cheese. We done ate some. That stuff look nasty, but he said it.
Even though that is kind of
Y'all gave him Picasso. He focused.
Shut up.